Good morning, everyone. We are continuing Merging with Śiva, chapter 46, entitled Jnanis and the Path They Teach, from 1984. And we're going to insert a Guru Chronicles excerpt. The knowledge shared by Gurudeva's band of great devas was limited only by the quality and depth of the questions asked. That's an interesting way to think about knowledge, right? What's limiting the knowledge? The questions you ask, not the answers that are given. It was not unusual, once a strong connection was made, for the devas to linger for an hour or more, and for Gurudeva to ask every now and again any more questions. The queries focused on current events, issues, people, philosophical queries, and problems of the day. Gurudeva received invaluable practical guidance for every aspect of the mission in these sessions. And the monks with him experienced a rare glimpse into another world, a world so familiar to Gurudeva, just as real as this world. More, he might say. He explained the way these beings of the inner worlds work to assist sincere aspirants who are incarcerated in physical bodies. And our lesson 319, Duties of the Disciple. It is the disciple's duty to understand the sometimes subtle guidance offered by the Guru, to take the suggestions and make the best use of them in fulfilling the sādhanas given. Being with a Satguru is an intensification on the path of enlightenment. Always challenging, for growth is a challenge to the instinctive mind. If a Guru does not provide this intensification, we could consider him to be more a philosophical teacher. Not all Gurus are Satgurus. Not all Gurus have realized God themselves. The idea is to change the patterns of life, not to perpetuate them. That would be the only reason one would want to find a Satguru. Then we have some shum that relates to that. The series is Siddha, Basida, Mingbasida. So we start off with Siddha, flowing water. Basida, inner flow of energy, such as in a chakravala or between two or more people, any positive energy flow involving people. Basida always refers to a positive, uplifting energy or prana. And then we get the one that relates to the Guru, Mingbasida. Harmony with one Satguru, a beautiful inner flow, spine to spine, between you and your Guru. Visualize the energy in your Satguru as being the same energy within you. If you can locate and identify with this basic life force between yourself and your Guru, automatically and retroactively you will feel one with everyone in the universe, for it is the same energy that permeates all. And back to the text. Some teachers will teach ethics, others will teach philosophy, language, worship, and scriptures. Some will teach by example, by an inner guidance. Others will teach from books. Some will be silent while others will lecture and have classes. Some will be orthodox while others may not. The form of the teaching is not the most essential matter. What matters is that there be a true and fully realized Satguru, that there be a true and fully dedicated disciple. Under such conditions, spiritual progress will be swift and certain, though not necessarily easy. Of course, in our tradition, the Siddhas have always taught of Shiva and only Shiva. They have taught the Saiva Dharma, which seeks to serve and know Shiva in three ways. As personal Lord and Creator of all that exists, as existence, knowledge, and bliss, the love that flows through all form, and finally as the timeless, formless, causeless self of all. When we go to school, we are expected to learn our lessons and then to graduate. Having graduated, we are expected to enter society, take a position comparable to our level of education. We are expected to know more when we leave than when we entered, and we naturally do. When we perform sadhana, we are expected to mature inwardly, to grow and to discipline ourselves, and in fact, we do become a better, more productive, more compassionate, more refined person. But when we perform yoga, we are expected to go within, in, deep within ourselves, deep within the mind. If yoga is truly performed, we graduate with knowledge based on personal experience, not on what someone else has said. We then take our place among the Jnanis, the wise ones who know, and to know what they know, to uplift others with understanding in sadhana and in yoga. Lesson 320, Attaining the Ultimate. In other words, the practice of yoga well performed produces the jnani. The yogi has the same experiences if he is successful and comes out with the same independent knowledge which, when reviewed, corresponds perfectly with what other jnanis discovered and taught as the outcome of their yogic practices. This kind of knowledge surpasses all other knowing and is the basis of all Hindu scriptures. The jnani is a rare soul, a highly evolved soul. He speaks of truth from his experience of it and gives it a personal touch. As Sri Ramakrishna said, you go into yourself a fool, but through the practices of yoga you come out a wise man. That is the jnani, the knower of the unknowable. The yogi who is in the process of yoga, who has not graduated to God realization, is not yet a jnani. Though he has all kinds of realizations along the way, some sustained, others yet to be sustained. The yogi is seeking, striving, changing, unfolding, trying with all his heart to become, to know his ultimate goal. When the merger has become complete, when two have become one, he is no longer a yogi, he is a jnani. When the student graduates from college, he is no longer a student, he is a graduate. The merger of which I speak is parashiva, to be experienced by the sannyasin, who has turned from the world and into himself. There is yet another realization which can be described as experiencing God Shiva as Satchit Ananda, as light and love and consciousness. This also may be achieved through yoga, where one experiences this expanded state of being, This cosmic consciousness, he comes back knowing he has had a fantastic experience, but no jnana persists. For he is yet to attain the ultimate. Family people can attain this second state through diligent effort and even attain to parashiva at the point of death or before it if the path of renunciation is entered upon fully after life's obligations have been fulfilled. But there are few, very few, who have attained the highest of the high, parashiva, after having been householders, having fulfilled their family dharma, freed from any and all worldly endeavors, plunged into total abandonment of spouse, family, friends, associates of all kind, taking no disciples, shunning devotees, and forever living alone on alms to seek the highest of the high. As said, even following such a strict path, there are few, very few, who attain to absolute reality. But all who strive have done powerful preparation for their next life. My Satguru Śivaya Subramuniyaswami often said, Lord Shiva is within you. You are within Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva, with all his powers, cannot separate himself from you. Śivaya Swami told us to go to the temple, to worship at the temple. He also told us to go within ourselves into Shivayana. He did not tell us not to go to the temple. He did not try to break our faith. He tried to build our faith and make us strong. He guided us on the straight path, the path of the Saiva saints, leading us to the feet of Shiva. Śivaya Swami himself, though completely self-realized, went regularly to the temple, worshipped Shiva there, then plunged within himself in the aftermath of holy puja, drawing near to Shiva through meditation. He never advocated, nor has any traditional Saivite guru advocated, that advanced devotees give up bhakti, give up the temple. No, never. They taught that Shiva is within and cannot be separated from you, but they also wisely directed us to seek him and worship him in the temple. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.